Hi guys, it's time again for SLA gossip.
Just watch me now. Just watch me. Just watch me.
Welcome back to my channel, and if you don't know who I am, I'm Sarah from SLA Medical. Today we are going to have a little fun and we're going to look at celebrities and see who gets the SLA approval. So our first celeb is heartthrob Tom Cruise. We can't deny he is aging well. I do say men age like a fine wine. Literally, they get better with age, no matter what they do. As you can see in the photo, I feel like he's gone through quite a little timeline of his image, right? In 2021, do you remember the photo when he was at the Jubilee and he was really swollen? I actually don't know what happened there. He's either had filler or he could potentially have had a laser or a non-surgical invasive machine for skin tightening, but it was a wow moment. Everyone freaked out. And then he kind of made a comeback. 2022, Top Gun, he's back. And he actually had less injectables. And in the photo, you can see he's got more facial movement, his forehead lines are there, his crow's feet are there, and his frown's back, but he looks amazing. This shows exactly how men do age better than women. However, if he has had some work done, it's shown how it can wear off and go back to its natural state, but also just preserve his aging slightly. So whether he's still got a little bit left in there from the swollen face, I'm a little unsure, but it's potentially worked in his favor. I feel men age typically nicer when they've left a little bit of facial lines as well. Also, you would argue for the movie, he would have had to have had facial movement because in movies, they have to have expression. So that may explain why he actually looks a little more natural now. I mean, he's always gonna be a winner. So he is SLA approved Tom Cruise. Next up, the infamous, controversial J-Lo. She's aged incredibly well. Let's face it, she is in her 50s. She is a mother. She has obviously had some hormonal changes like we all do going through certain ages, and she still looks incredible. Now, I feel like if I was to assess her face and have a look at potentially what has she had done and has it been done well, I would say in my professional opinion, she has had small tweakments. This might be small volume, a little bit around her jawline for tightening, potentially a little bit in her mid-face, maybe a little tox just to soften everything. But all in all, it's been done so tastefully that it has gone completely undetected, and it's allowed her to have a point of view that she has absolutely not touched any injectables. So only she will know that answer. So I feel like that debate is not worth going into, but I feel like she's aged incredibly well.
I love you. Thank you.
So she's easy for me. She is SLA approved. What would a goss session be without the famous Donatella Versace? I mean, God, if you should know that, right? You should have a look. Everyone knows her face. I think it went horribly wrong surgically because she's had quite a lot of surgery, and it explains why she looks extremely gaunt. So although surgery is fabulous for tightening ligaments, cutting skin, and taking away all that sagginess, especially lower face, sometimes when patients come out of facelift surgery, they can actually look quite tight and gaunt, which typically doesn't make them look younger. It actually makes them just look tighter and a little bit scary. So you'll notice now in a lot of facelift surgeries, surgeons are actually doing fat transfer as well as the facelift. So they're tightening everything, but they're also restoring volume because volume is what gives us more of our youth. I think they just failed to miss that, that step because she obviously didn't get the memo that, looking fuller is more younger. I mean, she is what she is, and that is her face. And I think she's quite well known for that now. So regardless of, whether it looks good or not, I think it's a very poorly way to give a natural look, but it is her way. So on my end, unfortunately, it doesn't get the SLA approval. I am sorry. Up next, the debate. Madison Beer, has she or hasn't she? She has. Oh my gosh, guys. I mean, the rhinoplasty that everyone's talking about, I can question this as well because I feel her nose relatively looks similar, but in some photos it's more contoured or highlighted. But her nostrils are similar in actual size and shape. You could drop a comment down below or with a photo Maybe show me a different angle, but in all the ones I've seen, I feel she actually looks quite similar in the rhinoplasty. So I would say it's a no from the surgical rhino, but I would definitely say she's had lip filler. Come on. I don't know how she can get around that because she had quite a high gummy smile as well when she smiled before. And now with the excessive weight of the filler, it's kind of dropped her smile down a little bit, which all in all, it does look quite nice, but I do feel she's definitely had lip filler. Cheek filler, absolutely.
It's a no-brainer.
To touch the cheeks, touch the chin, touch the lips, as we talk about this really nice harmonization, I feel like she's just been done really well. Has she had a brow lift surgically? I would say no. I would just say she's potentially used some tox to do this, and that can just give her a little bit nicer of a higher eyebrow. And she can play with that because it still allows some movement for her. In some photos, she could exacerbate that and it could look higher, and in others, it could look lower. So depending on what kind of mood she's going for, I feel she can look quite cat eye, which everyone's kind of said she's had threads. I don't think she's had threads either. I feel like she's probably just used the fact that she's had the tox. The lip filler, as we said, absolutely. Other than that, I think she's been done really well. It's been really tasteful. Even if she doesn't admit it, she's gorgeous either way. But yeah, I do think, coming from my professional opinion, she has had, again, some tweakments, but I think she looks absolutely stunning. So she's SLA approved. Good on you, Madison. So keeping up with the Ks. Kimmy K. Another hot debate, right? Has she, hasn't she? Irrelevant. Yes, she looks good. Sometimes does she look a little overdone? I feel her nose has been done tastefully, but it is a little small. I know she can test to say she's never had a nose done, but clearly she no longer has a dorsal hump, which is interesting because I don't think contouring removes that with makeup. However, Mauricio, if you're that good, I'd love to have you, Mario. So her lips are amazing. I feel like she has them softly injected, which is quite nice. The good thing about Kimmy is she always looks like she's well hydrated. So her lips have always looked really plump, but potentially that could be from good gloss, drinking lots of water, having, you know, nutrients, kind of ingestible beauty. So I think she's nailing that part really well. Her skin is lovely as well. I do think she has tear trough filler. The reason I think this is because usually on TV, or if you see her, she's quite dark under her eyes. But in a lot of her photos, obviously there's editing, she actually does look like she's got quite a nice light balance or reflection in a tear trough. And I believe that's from good tear trough filler. So I think she's had a little bit of filler there. Her jawline has definitely been tightened. I know she uses a lot of Moxie, a lot of laser, but I think she's also just adding minor tweakments to her face to make her look quite balanced and just to slow her aging process down. Not sure if Simon Orion is also doing that work for her, because I know he also does a lot of other treatments for her, but whoever her injector is, they are really good. So they need a good amount of credit, because if she's getting away with the fact that she said she hasn't had anything, it's quite interesting that it still remains a debate. But yeah, she's amazing. I think she looks really good. Her sister has obviously come out and been a little more open, Kylie. So it's interesting to see the dynamic between the two. One says yes, one says no. I'm not sure what that's about, but maybe it's a Jenner versus Kardashian thing. Not sure. However, I think she's done really well. Power woman, boss babe. You are going amazing, Kimmy K. You're approved. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, if you want to see some more of this, especially in our gossip sessions, drop a comment in the box and I'll see what I can do for you. But I look forward to all the future sessions. Get ready.
Just watch me now. Just watch me. Just